Hello. So a couple months ago, I did a series of videos, 11 videos that were with the title "Use at Your Own Risk" and had basically quotes that were being applied to like real life examples, people. And I did 11 of them, and then I just kind of finished, and I never really went back. So this video is basically just like a sort of recap, conclusion of that. I'll go into a bit like why I made the series at the end. And basically just gonna go through all of the 11 videos and recap. So before I do that, I just wanted to also mention that I have a link on the channel now if you want to send me any donations for whatever amount of money. You can do that through PayPal now, so technology. Great. So the first one that I did, which was really bad lighting, was like my first video in a while, and it was about the Lisa Nichols quote, "Perfectly manage your imperfections." And I talked about David So comedy, and I think it sort of related well, like the reason why they were connected. I feel like in some of the videos I went on side tangents and didn't really get into it, but basically, yeah, no one's perfect, and whatever imperfections that you have, you manage them to make them work for you, and live a better life, happier life that way, because no one will be perfect. And that also kind of relates to video number 4. I'm just gonna jump ahead, which was another Lisa Nichols quote, "Use your story as your fuel, not your fortress." And my example for that was Jagmeet Singh. You can go to the video if you want, but he's a Canadian political figure, and yeah, it's kind of like the same message. Basically, just don't worry about whatever everyone else says or thinks. So that's those 2 videos. The second and third video was another Lisa Nichols quote, "Live outside the box," and I compared that to Shia LaBeouf, just generally stuff that he, like art installations and stuff that he did, just outside of what people expect, and don't worry about it again. And then the next one was another Lisa Nichols quote. Video number 3 was "Stop waiting for permission, give notice," and that was comparing to Jim Carrey, who's just kind of like changed careers over his life and recently gone into visual arts, and just doesn't matter what people think he should or shouldn't be doing, he just does it because that's his passion. So yeah. So those 2 kind of, yeah, go together, and are just talking about being secure within yourself, to be able to positively impact others as well. Yeah, so that's the top 4 videos, and the 5th video that I did was "The quality of your answers is determined by the quality of your questions." Another great Lisa Nichols quote, and I compared that one to the Dalai Lama, and this is probably my favorite video of all the 11, because I just think questions are really important to ask yourself, to ask of the world, and whatever. This is my first tattoos. Why the question word? Very important question to ask. So yeah, that was my top video. I think the Dalai Lama is just such an amazing person, and it's just like a really smart quote, because if you stop asking questions, you stop getting answers, and you're just doing the same thing, so you don't really progress. Yeah, the 6th video that I did was the quote from Tony Robbins, which was "Resourcefulness is the ultimate resource," and I compared that to Jack Ma, who's just a business tycoon in China, and just really, really successful, started really small, you know, and funded his own business and worked really hard to have what he has today. So basically, just about working hard and putting the time in, and no excuses. Yeah, so that's that one. Number 7, basically, that is another Tony Robbins quote, was "The only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment," and I talked about Albert Einstein. I went on a bit of a side tangent about nuclear bombs with that, but basically, super committed guy to science. That's what I was getting at, and had a bunch of new ideas, which is really what fueled like these new scientific discoveries, because he was really creative and imaginative, and that's what I was getting at. Yeah, so that was that one, just creativity and focus in your life. So that's the lesson for those. for video number 7. The next one was, people of accomplishment rarely sat back and let things happen to them. They went out and happened to things, and that's a quote from Leonardo da Vinci. I compared it to Bill Gates, who's just a very innovative guy. Watch the video, there's too much to say just now. But it also kind of comes back to the very last one, the last video I made, number 11, which was the quote, "Life isn't happening to you, life is responding to you," which is a quote by Rhonda Byrne. And I compared that to Daryl Davis, who's a pretty amazing musician and just has a crazy story. Watch that video. But yeah, so basically those two are just saying, make your dreams come true. Do what is right for you, take responsibility for your own life and the impact that you have in your life. And then the last, there was video number 9, which was "Faith is believing in the unseen," another Lisa Nichols quote, and I compared it to Nelson Mandela, which is an amazing guy and obviously had this vision of the world that was better than what currently was, and he just had faith in that. And then video number 10, if you believe, the lesson is basically, if you believe in something, you should speak up about it. And the quote for that was, there was 2. "When you allow the fear of delivering a message to stop you from delivering your message, you're actually being selfish." And then the second quote was, "When you open your mouth, speak to inspire and not to impress." Yeah, so those were both Lisa Nichols quotes, and I compared them to Prince Ye, who is just a great content online just for being positive, inspirational. And that's basically the reason for these use at your own risk videos. I was just basically looking to find positive content, and there's a lot of people who are just complaining and ranting, which is fine. I have some of that too, but yeah, I just wanted to create some positive content with good ideas and good examples and just good stuff out there. And yeah, the reason for the name "Use at Your Own Risk" was, at the time, especially I was doing a lot of hiking, something I've enjoyed for a long time, and some of the best trails are the ones that are not the safest ones, and then you have to go with the challenges, and then sometimes that gives you the best views and the best hikes, because not everyone is doing that. Yeah, so that's the conclusion of the series. I hope you enjoyed it. I may go on and make more videos of similar topic, but not in the exact sort of format of quote versus person. It was a bit meta, and I'm not sure how it worked, but it was interesting to do. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestions for other things you'd like to hear me talk about, comment, dislike, subscribe, whatever. And peace and love.